Hi, what's up guys? Presley Yong here, back for another video, and today is just another video about the iPhone 12 Max, whether it actually is worth in 2023. Now I also did a video back then in 2021. I didn't do that video in 2022, but in 2023 I gonna make a review on iPhone 12 Max, whether you should get it this year or maybe just get the better models. Now the first things first is that iPhone 12 Max supports iOS 16, which means that it came from iOS 14, 15, and 16. So on Apple's track record, we know that Apple always release 5 years of software update on the iPhone. And for the 12 Pro Max, it's going to be iOS 14 up to iOS 19, which is 5 years software upgrades. You just plus 5, iOS 14 plus 5 years, which is iOS 19. So right now it's on iOS 16, so it means that you're probably gonna get like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah, 5 years software update. I was right about that. And right now iOS 16, is it worth it to get it? Now you can get it on refurbish, or if you can get other sellers online, they can get a brand new iPhone 12 Pro Max set at a lower price. That's good, but keep that in mind, there are also counterfeits at other places, so remember to check the box and make sure that it's a genuine iPhone. Now also keep that in mind that if you want to buy second-hand phone like the iPhone 12 Pro Max, this one's actually I bought during pre-orders, and this is actually a great device back then in 2020, and until now it's great. The only thing I issue is actually is the battery life, but it's okay for me because I use power bank, so that's fine for me. And of course, if you want to check my battery capacity in 2023, wrong one, and got the battery health is on 85%, and in 2023 it's still all fine consider right now its current state. And if I might consider to replace the battery, maybe probably in the future if the battery just drain very fast. Obviously some people is going to use the low power mode, but only use it in emergency situation. Now this device actually comes with A14 in Bionic chip, which is Apple actually used the code name named Firestorm, and this A14 actually is still great. I actually play 8 games on it, especially Genshin Impact when the version 3.5 actually out today, and this phone is still a great phone for playing mobile games, especially Genshin Impact. Of course, the upcoming Honkai Star Rails was come to iOS, expected around 27 April. This device is going to be very optimized. I realize that all games mobile, they feel very optimized on the iPhone rather than Android, but I just don't know why. Maybe because the chipset of the manufacturer made. It's now this device is actually 6 GB of RAM, and so this is actually the first iPhone that actually upgrades the RAM back in 2020. Usually it's only got 4 GB of RAM, but this device is actually 6 GB of RAM, and of course it's the other iPhone on for the iPhone 11 and also the iPhone XS and XS Max. That's now where should you buy it? As I said it before, if you can find one brand new set at a low price, then congratulations, you can then you get a very good phone. And of course the color option is, of course, back then there's Pacific Blue. This is the one I pre-ordered back then in 2020, and we have silver, we have gold, and we had space gray. Pacific was actually the best color in iPhone 12 Pro Max. If you unable to find anything with Pacific blue, you can consider get the silver or the gold or space gray. Space gray is the second best color, but it's known as graphite. I think I remember that color is graphite by iPhone 12 Max before they switched back to space gray name, and now all in iPhone 14 Pro Max is called space black. Now the current software on this device is that it's not able to update up to iOS 16.3.1. Apple still addressing the battery issue, but you also want to address battery issue all across the lineup. And what now Apple is going to do on iOS 17 is that they're going to make its stability and speed on this device. So that's a good thing. So if you bought iPhone 12 Pro Max, and if you get iOS 17 probably in September, then congratulations, you're going to get a better speed and improvement, and let's hope Apple's really going to do that in the future. And should you buy it? Absolutely, because it still can give another like iOS 17, 18, 19, another 3 years of supporting in updates. it's still better to get it instead of getting 11 Pro Max. But if you own 11 Pro Max, I suggest you just to hold on. If you are came from a small iPhone, let's say you came from iPhone 8 Plus, 8, iPhone 7, and an iPhone 6s, this is actually a very good deal and a very good budget buy. I obviously on the Apple website, they only got few models. They got iPhone 12, the iPhone 13 mini, iPhone 13, iPhone 14. Those are the latest phones. But the iPhone 12 Pro Max is actually at the sweet spot at the moment. If you compare to the iPhone 12, the iPhone 12 Pro Max is still a better device. It's a 6.7-inch display. I know many people ask, what about the 6.1-inch display? Actually, the 6.7 is still a better option compared to 6.1. As many of you are thinking that the camera is on the 12 and the 12 Pro are not much a slightly difference. So, yeah, that's probably what you prefer going to find the Pro models. It's difficult to find. If you want to find another ones, people the only website they will probably go to the official store. The only Pro models are only iPhone 14. But if you want to find, it's probably other third-party stores maybe selling many different kinds of smartphones. Maybe you can get one set for better condition, better version, 100% battery capacity. And if those people who own iPhone 12 Pro Max since launch 2020 or 21, do not upgrade your phone yet, because it's actually the same design as iPhone 13, iPhone 14. iPhone 14 is just a dynamic island, so it's not much of a difference. I know there's 120 Hz, but if you do use apps that you require 120 Hz, that's okay. When I play games, I not even use 120 FPS. Of course, they actually support it, but I never change it because it's of the battery. All the phones don't support the battery, great battery life on it, so stuck to 30 FPS. So there's no point to get 120 Hz. But if you want 120 Hz, iPhone 13 Pro Max and iPhone 14 Pro Max are the best option for you. But if you are just a person who like to take good cameras, a good gaming experience, a Face ID, and future approved 3 years at least you can use your phone now 3 years, then the iPhone 12 Pro Max is good for you. And of course, this device is going to be future proof because this device is the first iPhone to support 5G back then. And with the iPhone and 5, it was the first one that supports 4G. And because a few years ago they actually disabled 3G, which means those iPhones 4S and below cannot do anything. They only connect to Wi-Fi. For this iPhone 12 Max, future proof because it has 5G. In case they introduce 6G and they remove 4G, at least you have a phone that able to do this. Is a thing means you don't have to upgrade your phone probably in the future or until Apple doesn't support the software updates. So yeah, I will recommend everyone to buy the phone if you can buy a new complete a good set at better warranty. And of course there's no warranty right now, but if you can find one, that's good. But if you get from second hand, make sure you check the battery capacity, ask them how many charge cycles they're using. If they also charge cycle, you may consider to replace the battery. And one final thing is that this phone doesn't come charged in the box. So if you want to buy an iPhone right now in these years, you have to buy a charger box. But if you got an iPad, use iPad charger, you can use it. It's still Apple's still using a Lightning at the moment, and until 2023 phones, what we know is that this year is going to be USB Type-C. So if you still like Lightning, now's your chance to get the iPhone 12 Pro or Max. So yeah, that's about it. I recommend everyone that you should get this iPhone 12 Pro Max. If you want to know what's the wallpaper on the lock screen sorry for all the notification, that's kind of weird, but they're actually if you want to know the lock screen and the home screen, they're both the same. This is actually the future Hydro Archon from Genshin Impact. So right now the rumors are showing that this is what actually looks like on right now out, but we're not sure until the final release of the version 4.1 or 4.2 in Genshin Impact, and I'm very excited for this Archon. And of course, if you're playing Genshin Impact on all iPhones, make sure to save your Primo gems to get because Hydro Archon is also the best one. And if you're waiting for the Electro Archon, you can just save more and wait for in the future banners to be won. So that's about all it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.